So, a couple of tips that I've taken away or things that have been more so a game changer in my social media presence have been hiring a professional videographer. Was doing the content on my own for a long time, but that polished, over the top videographer look is just really hard to create on your own. So, biting the bullet, if you haven't already, and hiring that professional is a total game changer. Also, being more real, being more raw and funny, and just like Grace had said earlier, throwing in those things about yourself. I've been posting a lot about my health journey. I've been posting a lot about North Dakota and just funny things we say around here and like how the weather hurts your face sometimes. And that has gotten really, really great engagement. And it shows people who you are and it makes everything less stuffy. It makes you more approachable. And I don't know, those have been the biggest game changers for me, I guess, for social specifically. I primarily do Instagram, also Facebook and Snapchat and YouTube Shorts are my go-tos.
Got you. What's been your success on other platforms, Amber? Take away Facebook and Instagram, because you mentioned Snapchat, you mentioned other platforms. How are those working out? Because it seems like everybody's focused on the meta apps, Facebook and Instagram, but you haven't left the other ones alone. Tell us a little bit more about that.
No, I mean, the content, a lot of the content is evergreen, to echo Ryan. And I think Grace said this too, provide value. So when I'm doing anything that's providing value, and now I'm just kind of throwing everything on YouTube too, because the shorts, it is more of that engaging. So if you're making a reel, why not throw it on shorts? It's not going to hurt anything to have it out there. Um, that's how I'm utilizing that more so. A lot of my evergreen content and then my shorts or my reels are going over to shorts for YouTube. I haven't seen a ton of activity off of it yet, but I do believe YouTube is one of those that takes a little bit longer to get the ball rolling. And it's one more place where if somebody's looking, they're going to be able to find you. Instagram, or not Instagram, Snapchat, I more so do that for teasers and stories. So I'll start whatever I'm going to talk about. Maybe it's my dinner that night on the health journey. Maybe it's a workout. Maybe it's I'm at an open house and I want people to come check it out. I will start it on Snap and I'll actually pull it over to my story on all of my other platforms. So that's how I'm utilizing that to kind of draw people in from different areas that you might not normally, because you're already doing the thing anyway. So why not put it out
Yeah.
everywhere?
Have you seen an uptick on your website, your personal website traffic? And the reason why I asked that question is because if you're throwing it on YouTube, YouTube is owned by who? Google, right?
Google.
Biggest search
Yeah.
engine in the world. So when you put stuff on YouTube, it becomes automatically Google indexed, and it all funnels back to your personal website. So you should be seeing an uptick in your personal website traffic based on those shorts. I like that.
Awesome. I'll have to look into that. I've not tracked my personal website at all.
Yeah,
So I will
that's
have to
really
give you an
smart.
update.
I like it. Very smart. One of the things I took away from Amber, hopefully you guys took this away too. Doing any type of social media video content takes a long time. Creating it takes a long time, right? And you've taken the opportunity to hire somebody to take that off your plate. And I'm assuming, again, I could be wrong. I'm assuming, Amber, hiring a professional videographer and video editor has allowed you to free up your time to go talk to more clients and help them sell more pieces of property. Yes or no?
Yes, it also has just showcased all of the properties and everything on another level. Even just being a part of this group, I think had I not taken that step, I might not even be with you guys today. So it's a game changer.
Yeah, I love you sharing that with the group. Thank you, Amber, for your insights. I want to move on here to Joe and Letty up in the Washington area. Joe, Letty, how are you?
We're good. So I'm Joe, this is Lepi, and we're with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Central Washington Real Estate in Tri-Cities, Washington. And we are a husband and wife team. And there you go.
So I'll start. So one of the ways that we love using social media to spark conversations is through video or voice messaging. So when we meet someone at an event, or whether it be a networking event or whatever it may be, or get a referral, we send a quick personalized video or voice message instead of texting them. And we get a really, really good response from that. We also do this when we get new followers on Instagram, no matter who it is, like it might be another real estate agent, it might be a lender, it doesn't matter. We'll still reach out and be like, hey, thank you so much for following us. We really appreciate it. We'll browse through their page and see what little nuggets we can pull from that to comment on, and then let them know, like, hey, if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. And we get really good response from that. People love to get the video messages for sure, and the voice messages. They'll say things like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to hear your voice. Like nobody's ever done that before. It's really cool. So the next time you meet someone new or get like a connection request on social media, try sending a video message or a voice message instead of a text, and let's see how that changes the relationship moving forward.
And another thing that we do is we just try to stay engaged with everybody. We like to celebrate our clients. So we like big moments like closings. So we'll roll out the red carpet, literally pop champagne, throw confetti, and the whole experience. And we capture it all on video and we share it on social media. So although it is fun, we also do it to show people that we're out there and show our clients how we celebrate them. And a lot of people see that, and that helps them want to work with us because they know that we really care about them. So, it's not all about just doing the big celebration. You can also just simply post congrats to your clients, and that shows that you're out there and helping people buy or sell your home as well.
It keeps you top of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys haven't seen, by the way, for your REthink live audience, if you have not seen Joe and Letty's red carpet key day, check the chat, find their Instagram handle, and look. It's amazing. You're making them feel so special.
Yes, it's one of our favorite things to do for sure. We have a lot of fun doing it. Another way that we build relationships through social media is by highlighting local businesses. I know that was spoken about a little bit before, but it's definitely a big piece of what we do. When we visit a new spot, we're either taking photos or trying to do a little reel, tagging the business or adding them as a collaborator. A lot of businesses will accept the collaboration request on Instagram. So then that's expanding your reach. And we're very intentional about it, but not in a way where we're like adding to our schedule. We're simply doing it within our day-to-day lives, So if we're out taking the kids somewhere, or we're doing a coffee lunch or coffee date or a lunch date somewhere, like we're intentional about trying to capture those moments. And I'm also an ambassador for our local Chamber of Commerce. So I get the inside scoop on when new businesses are opening up, ribbon cuttings, grand openings, when there's networking events. So that helps us to be in the know so we can be definitely more involved. And business owners appreciate the exposure. Like, can you imagine you're starting a new business and people are creating videos for you? Like, you're like, yes, free marketing, So they love that. They share our posts, and then again, we're in front of a bigger audience, and it's free.
Well, I mean, it's your sweat equity and you're building those relationships. It takes you time and effort to do that. So congrats to you. That's big. One of the things we talked about earlier this week in regards to today's live session, obviously all the topics, but you guys mentioned a little bit about meta ads. You guys want to talk about what you guys are doing in the ad space and the kind of, investment you're making and maybe some of the results from those ads?
So our marketing team actually runs ads whenever we get a listing, they run ads right away, and we use our CRMs through KB4, and anytime they're like funnel ads. So when people click on that, we will get their email and phone number, and you'll see everybody that's actually clicked on that, and that gives you more people to call. And for that's also ran during open houses, and we use that to personally invite people out to open houses. So you'll get those throughout the week as the ad's running, and I like to make the calls like the day before or even that morning, and not just ask, I saw you looking at that, but invite them out to the open house, try to get people to go out to the open house.
So it creates an opportunity for multiple touches. So we're staying top of mind for those people. And then hopefully it's bringing them to the open house,
Yeah, for sure. And then, the old adage in real estate is when you get a listing, you normally get about 2 buyers off of that, and you guys are certainly piggybacking off your listing, new listings, and being successful in reaching other people. That's awesome. You guys are really good on social media. I love to see your guys' stories.
Thank
Um,
you.
thanks so much for sharing. I do appreciate that. I want to transition not just from best practices, but for some niche things in social media. Our friend Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hello,
You
hello.
there?
Yes, I am.
Nicole focuses on IG lives and YouTube things. So Nicole, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, who you are, and what you do with your Instagram live sessions.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Nicole Toronto. I'm with Montana Properties in Bozeman, Montana. So Instagram Live is something that I've implemented for referrals. So every Sunday at 2 o'clock Mountain Time, I am interviewing an agent within my referral network, and it's a quick 10-minute conversation. I ask the same questions every time. I want to get to know the agent's background, the service area, what's their average sales price in their market, attractions to that area. If somebody is looking to relocate, some pros and cons. And then if I'm passing through in a one-day thing, where do I need to stop? So this has become a great way to not only keep those relationships for your referral network, but to show your local sphere that you can still be a resource for them if they are moving out of the area. So that's been a great way to stay top of mind. I think that's a reoccurring theme on this chat is that you have to be consistent. You need to stay top of mind. And that's a great way to not only do that for my local sphere, but also the agents in my referral network. So speaking of which, if anybody on this wants to be interviewed on Instagram Live, send me a message on my Instagram. I'd be happy to collaborate with you on that. The other thing that I've been doing is the YouTube bumper ads. So this is definitely a long game. YouTube, I think for the most part, this is all you should expect it to be a longer game.
Nicole,
Yeah.
for some of our people who are watching this right now, some of our audience, they may not know what a bumper ad is on YouTube. Can you explain what that is and how it operates?
Absolutely. So though when you're on YouTube and you're going to watch any video, that is that 6-second non-skippable ad that's at the beginning of every video. So we've been implementing those for more hyper local marketing. So every week I update our 6-second ad to relevant information from the previous week in our market. So I'm talking, what is the interest rate right now? What is our average sales price from last week? Days on market, our inventory levels. And so that is updated on a weekly basis. And it's a quick 6-second ad that just says, here's what happened last week in the Bozeman and Belgrade real estate market. And it's just a way to stay in front of people that are already in Bozeman or already looking at Bozeman real estate or Bozeman content. So that's something that we just switched it up to this market information in the past couple of weeks, but we've been utilizing YouTube bumper ads for over a year now. So that's another great way to stay. You have your face and your brand and your voice in front of people on a regular basis. You stay top of mind and it builds that trust.
So, just to be clear, you have a bumper ad, and how long does the whole ad run? Because I know the first 5 to 6 seconds, you can't skip it, right? But how long is your whole video ad?
So these ones are 6 seconds, and then if they don't skip it, it will automatically play after the 6 seconds. So we have a couple seconds where we talk, and then it's a slide screen of that updated information. But then we also include a call to action to have them visit our website. So it goes straight into the video, but at the ad itself is 6 seconds.
I love that because, all of us here watch YouTube. We all are looking for, maybe some people are looking for sports highlights like myself or whatever, and you're like getting to your next video, but then you automatically pop up, hey, this is, Nicole, Bozeman, Montana, interest rates are this, interest rates are that, reach out to me, and then you can skip it. So you're grasping their attention when they can't skip it. Now, remind me, if they skip the video after that first 5 to 6 seconds, you don't pay for that ad, right? You don't pay for that impression. Is that correct?
Right. It's a pay-per-click system, which is why we keep it at 6 seconds, because they can't skip the length of the ad we have. And once that 6 seconds is up, they can watch their video, so they don't need to skip it anyway. So it's kind of a niche way to, you're stuck looking at my face for 6 seconds. So remember it, because you're going to see it every time you watch a video, and then you can watch a video.
I love that idea because not many people are doing that. That's for certain. How much of an investment would you say somebody who is considering to do YouTube bumper ads? How much of a financial investment would they need to have to do something like this on a 90 to 60 6 month basis? 90 days to 6 months. What do you think?
So I have a partner, and so we share costs, and then we also work with a local marketing company. So if you were doing it all on your own, it's probably more affordable, but I would say you need to consider the cost of the videographer to shoot the initial video. You can do the editing, the weekly editing on your own because you're using the same video and just adding new content to the end. But then the ads themselves, we do a monthly amount. So, and then we've kind of tweaked it over time to what we want to hone in on. But I would imagine if you want to get started in YouTube, you should probably be spending, man, I don't want to undersay or oversay, but I would say it's probably safe to be putting $1,000 a month into that for at least 6 months. I think you're going to want to do it for longer, play the long game on it, but I would say a few $100s minimum because you really need to get traction. But if you're working at it solidly, put $1,000 a month towards it.
Yeah, gotcha. And it's going to vary region by region, of course,
Right.
But certainly an outside of the box idea that most people haven't taken advantage of. So I'm so glad that you're sharing this with anybody else. Definitely follow Nicole on her Instagram page and see what else she's up to. She keeps it real there in her neighborhood in Montana. I like seeing your videos when you're like, hey, no traffic today, guys, and there's just an open road, some snow, and maybe a moose or something
No
like that, right?
visibility.
Can't see it. I like that so much. Thank you for sharing, Nicole. I'm sure you're going to add more as our conversation goes on. So if you guys are taking notes watching this, YouTube bumper ads, YouTube shorts, in addition to Instagram and Facebook reels and videos, that's really going to help set you apart from other agents in your marketplace. I want to transition now to another type of advertisement, still digital, but it's a company tool for those of you with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Right there in your resource center homepage, you have a little button, a tile that says Chalk Digital, and most people aren't using that. So I want to, change gears a little bit. Go to my friend Sena. Sena, you there? Hi there. Introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, where you're from.
Everyone, I'm Sina Taylor, and I'm from the Indianapolis metro area, and I can serve all of the Indy area. So I will be happy to help you. As Vic said, I'm going to be talking about the digital marketing program that our wonderful company of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services offers us, Chalk Digital. Hopefully everybody truly uses the automated listing program that we get. As you know, when we have a listing go live, we get the 7 days free. So I make sure with my new listings, I go in and I edit the wording on the front of it to make sure it's wording that I truly like and not just listed. I will put the neighborhood or the area, the number of bedrooms. So if people do see that on the Instagram or Facebook or their Yahoo pages or whatever it might be, they see something that catches their eye that they might be looking at, and then click on that. So I do the 7 days, and then in listing presentations, I have an informational sheet about the Chalk Digital that I'm providing to my sellers. I tell them the 7 days, and then I restart it every other week. So the 3rd week, the 5th week, etc., until it's sold, because I want that extra exposure for my clients. So I tell them upfront at the listing presentation, you get the 1st, 3rd, 5th week, and hopefully it's sold within that 1st week. But we know the market's a little bit different these days. The one thing with that automated listing program, acronym ALP, is you do get results of how many impressions and clicks that icon or digital ad received. And so when I send my weekly market update to my sellers, I download that PDF and I attach it to the email, and then I do discuss it in that weekly market update. So A, they know what's going on, and B, they see that report and they know that I've truly done the actions that I told them in the listing presentation. To restart it, it's about $50. So it's not much marketing, and you get that. Of course, the goal is also to try to get some buyers. And so we receive those impressions and clicks and contact information. And so I just follow up with that contact information and try to connect with those people. So using that program. And then Chalk Digital, of course, has many other programs. So you can, do a database with or zip codes. You can do the different types of ads and so forth. But the one thing that I'm going to be diving into this year is the automated targeted marketing, the ATM. So I'm a team leader. There's 6 other wonderful ladies on my team. And this year we started talking, and about 50% of the time it's the woman that contacts a realtor to say that they want to buy or sell. So we feel that we have this great group of 7 women. So we want to really target the women in our sphere. So what we've done is we've created a database, an Excel spreadsheet of the women in our sphere or database that we want to target. And we've added their addresses and emails to a list, and we've sent that to Chalk Digital. So Chalk Digital will have those addresses, and they're going to digitally market or target those people with some ads. At the same time, we are going to be overlapping our marketing to those women by direct mailers. So those women are getting about 4 mailers a year from us, snail mail, and then of course the events and so forth, and then the Chalk Digital. Now, people might ask, what are you targeting them with, the digitally? So we've created ads about our team. So it's a meet the team. So first off, who we are, and then it's a 2-week campaign, and then it's going to be every woman on our team of who they are, some fun facts and so forth. So just trying to overlap and hit them and see how it goes. So I thought that was neat when I found out that Chalk Digital can truly target people, and all you have to do is simply provide their email address and their address, and you should already have that in your database, whether your database is, KV Core or Sage or an Excel spreadsheet or whatnot. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then just doing that several times throughout the year. So hopefully at the end of the year, I can share with everybody the stats, how many buys and sells did we have from our women and how it went. So just trying to use those programs that our network provides to us, because we all know we have great services inside the Berkshire Hathaway Resource Center, and we just got to make sure that we use them. Oh, one last thing, if you don't know, those digital ads do show up on Instagram, Facebook, and any other major websites that they're researching on.
Yeah, Sana, I like that you said that not many people are using the Chalk Digital program, and I think it's very cost effective. Tell me, what is your budget? Recommended budget for somebody who's interested in using this platform and trying to target people digitally on, obviously on their phones, using IP address targeting and social media, using Chalk Digital. What do you think the starting investment may be for somebody?
Yeah, it really depends how many ads you want and how frequent you want it. So I would say I think every week it's about $50 for an ad. So I'm going to be doing that, multiple times. So my goal is to invest about $1,500 for it for my team for Chalk Digital, for our targeting, the ATM program, the automated target marketing program. And then with the listings, of course, I'm budgeting about at least, $100 a listing for the automatic listing program, because that first week is free. And then just this market day and age, I'm estimating at least 5 weeks on the market. Hopefully, like I said earlier, hopefully it's faster than that. So just, say $1,500 and then about $100 per listing. The other thing too, so taking that, so we have created those ads for Chalk Digital. My marketing team at the office is then going to take that and make social media posts with that same information. So we're duplicating and putting that out on Instagram. And then it's just that meet the team. So if people do see us, through that Chalk Digital program, then they come to our Instagram and they're going to see similar things as well. And then it just gets to know the team. And then, buyers and sellers researching us, they kind of know who we are.
It's uniform advertisement across the board is what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah, just making it cohesive in our brand and who we are. And then that way people see us, see the same information in various platforms.
Yeah, I love that. And just for our audience out there, if you're not familiar with Chalk Digital, ALP, Automated Listing Program, every time you get a listing with our company, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, our brokerage pays for the first 7 days of the digital advertisements through Chalk Digital's ALP program. Now, if you're not sure what they do digitally, you got to get yourself familiar with IP address targeting. It's internet protocol address targeting. As long as a device has an internet connection, Chalk Digital will find it and push your content out. So it's a great tool. I'm so happy that Berkshire Hathaway pays for our first 7 days. And Sina, you're taking it to that next level by going beyond the 7 days and then capitalizing off not just the listing, but when you close the sale. I think that's fantastic advice for everybody. And I think it's very cost effective as well in regards to how many people you reach every time you use that program.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Santa. I want to switch gears a little bit here. We talked about some, social media best practices. We talked about, IG Lives a little bit, YouTube ads, Chalk Digital. I want to bring it to my brother from another mother, Maxwell Stevens. Hey, Max, how are you?
Hi guys, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, introduce yourself, buddy. Who you
Okay,
are, where you from?
I'm Maxwell Stevens with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Pocono Real Estate in the Lake region of the Poconos, northeastern Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and Max, you do obviously a lot of advertisement. You're on a team there with your mom, right? I think she's watching, so hi, Mom. How you doing?
Hi, Mom.
I know that we were talking a little bit about some of the things that you do very uniquely, and one of the things you brought up, which was different from a lot of people, is you do Google ads. You want to tell people how you went about placing yourself on Google to make yourself one of the most searchable agents in your region?
Yeah, so I think it's really important, like we're all talking about all this digital marketing that we can do, but the foundation that we have is really important. So like making sure that my branding and all of my pages, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nextdoor, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, X, the new Instagram, and then on the realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, homes.com, that's all very cohesive and branded, because that's where that's where your digital ad, the people who are clicking are going to. So like it takes a while to get that all together through sweat equity, but you can also do I'm going to shout out RealGrader. You can do check equity, and they'll do it all for you and make sure all your pages are dialed in. So with the Google page, I really honed in on that myself. And I'm kind of treating that as a social media platform. So I made sure I was verified on my Google page, and that my Google business page is dialed in with photos, videos, and then the most important is reviews, getting Google reviews for the Google page, because that's where my ad is going to from the Google ad. So it's going to Google My Business page, and then on my Google My Business page is all of the platforms that they can go to. They can start searching me. So that was really important. So what I did is I have a prompt here. I used ChatGPT to create what the ad would look like, and then I kind of tweaked it to myself. But the prompt through ChatGPT was: act as a master search engine optimized guru, and craft a bold, dynamic, and concise Google ad description optimized for me, Maxwell Stevens, realtor in Poconos, Pennsylvania. Highlight home values in home reviews and planning appointments, and emphasize the tagline, real estate dreams deserve real estate plans. Ensure the description is dynamic, compelling, and designed to drive clicks and conversations. And that created a killer ad for my Google My Business page. And I have the numbers. I just started this 2 weeks ago, and I'm in a little market. I think there's like maybe 40,000 people in my county and in the county below me. So like maybe 100,000 people together. And I got, in the last 2 weeks, it cost $125.47. And I got 20,600 impressions and 180 clicks and 15 local actions. So that's bananas in my market.
Wow, Max, 180 clicks cost you less than $200 to put the ads out, right? That's
Yeah.
amazing. One thing, imagine some of our audience, they're tech novices. Okay. So let's talk about how, first of all, two prongs. Number one, let's talk about how you got your business verified on Google to do these ads. And then number two, if you could state the chat GPT prompt a lot slower so many of our audience can write that down and take action on it. Okay.
Well,
So
I'll
let's
I'll
start with,
send that to you guys. We can send that out, but the Google ad. So I created my Google ad account through. Make sure your business page is dialed in. You got to make sure the Google My Business page is like photos. I do ad photos and like local photos, like of me and my clients and my daughter. Like, so I treat it like a social media platform. And if you post on your Google My Business page every day or every other day, or stay committed to that, that really boosts your organic search. So you create the ads profile, and then you create the ad on Google My Business. And then you can run it, and it'll ask you, okay, to keep running ads, you need to get verified. And so you click that, and it will kind of walk you through, like, put your ID in. It's just a verification process, and it said it takes 6 to 10 business days, and mine was verified like that. So that was really powerful too.
yeah, that's a good move, man. The Google Ads is great. And then I know we're going to share this video, but we have multiple chat requests here for that prompt, my man. Would you please think that just a little slower, just one more
Okay,
time?
sorry guys,
Listen.
slower. I'm super nervous. We got a lot of people live working. So, okay, so the prompt is: act as a master SEO guru and craft a bold, dynamic, and concise Google ad description. Optimized for Maxwell.Realtor in the Poconos, Pennsylvania. Highlight home values, in-home reviews, and planning appointments. Emphasize the tagline, real estate dreams deserve real estate plans. Ensure the description is engaging, compelling, and designed to drive clicks and conversions.
And that prompt helped you create an ad that got you 180 clicks to your website for less than $200.
Yep. It created a killer ad.
Killer ad. Yeah.
A killer
Yeah.
ad. Yeah, and so you can slide the scale. You can spend as much as or as little as you want. I think $7 is a day is the lowest to get the amount you want to get. They say that if you go on, if say you did $5 a day, Google tells you that might not be worth it. So $7 is like the sweet spot. And I could have done more. I'm probably going to try, to boost that up a little bit per day after this result, and see how that does.
Yeah. I'm sure the cost is going to vary region to region, but for as little as $7 a day, you can reach some people in your marketplace using Google, and I love that, right? Because you're not relying on some of our third party platforms out there to the public, right? Those reviews can disappear at any time. But on Google, the #1 search engine in the world, they're looking for Poconos real estate. You're advertising there, you're verified there, okay? You got a killer ad. Man, somebody doesn't know the Poconos, they search real estate in Poconos, you're probably going to be in the top 2 to 3, right?
Well, yeah, and I've been uploading because I've been working on YouTube too. So like uploading my videos onto YouTube, because that all creates that's all together. And so it's just I'm trying to get as much organic, but also give me a little boost to get on the top with the ads. So yeah.
Well, certainly helping with YouTube, longer videos, shorts, the Google advertisement, and the placement that you're doing, man, you're setting yourself for super success in 2025, man. I'm very proud of you,
Thank you.
brother. Yeah. So with the rest of our time here, we have a few minutes left. I want to ask the Rethink Council members on this IG Live, what else are you guys doing that our audience should absolutely need to know about? I mean, we've had some prep calls, but if you could leave them with one nugget of something they could do and put in place for their business this week, what would that be? Feel free to unmute yourself and speak freely, guys.
One thing I'm doing is I don't know if anybody else follows Rajiv on his podcast. He does a weekly podcast with AI, but now he's doing a mastermind that just the first week was amazing. Had great tips that you implement right away, and he's giving you tips to work on. And he's doing I think 20 sessions for the year. But yeah, I don't know. Shout out Rajiv. It's a great podcast, and now mastermind AI.
And Joe, you put me on to him. So like I'm following him now because of you. Do you want to say and maybe attempt to spell his name so people on our audience can try to follow him on Instagram?
He has them right here, so it'll pop up. I think it's RAAJI.
I just put it in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Sandy's on it.
Perfect.
I see Letty there looking it up, and Sandy's already on it, man. Very cool. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. Anything you'd like to add, Letty? She's like, no, listen to Joe, the AI, that's a great tool. I got you. Love the hair, by the way. Brand new style for you. Can't wait for Joe to have that hair next Rethink Live. We're going to switch it up, okay? A little bit of entertainment here. Who else has some great tips or takeaways that our audience can implement this week in their business?
I will say,
wanna...
oh, go ahead, Max.
No, ladies first.
Oh, thanks. I was just going to say about the Real Grader. Maxwell already talked about it. And then Sandy put into the chat that it is an Exceed partner of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices. So Real Grader, where it checks all of your social media and everything. I did it in 2023. And I think it was well worth the money spent to make sure that all of my social media pages were consistent with the same information, the same look, the same pictures, and so forth. I mean, it was everything from LinkedIn to Google to Instagram, Facebook, all of that. So very beneficial to me because we as agents were so busy doing other things. And a lot of times we say we're going to make sure everything's consistent or we're going to do a task and it gets pushed down to the bottom of the list daily and we never get it done. So you do have to spend a little bit of cash, but you also have to spend cash to make money. And so I just want to piggyback off of what Maxwell said with Real Grader. I thought it was a great program. And once again, it's an Exceed partner. So might as well utilize those resources.
Yeah. Uniformity all across digital platforms. Real Grader helps you with that. Thanks for that, Sina. Max, you were going to chime in and say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to second the Rajiv mastermind and his podcast. Like, I think what really helped me is to listen to him and utilize AI. But like what people could do today is go on to ChatGPT and just ask questions, right? Like, how do I get a killer ad on Google? Or, what would be a really good plan for me to digitally market my business and like use ChatGPT as a assistant in helping you with these social media things that we're talking about and advertising on Google and YouTube. And it's just such a powerful tool that we have it at our fingertips and it's all right there. So Rajiv, learn how to use it and then use it.
There you go. Anybody else have anything to add that might increase the value of the audience watching this cast right now?
I've got something. It's another Berkshire tool. So if you guys haven't been utilizing the e-cards through the Marketing Resource Center and metrics, we're talking metrics on being able to give our sellers stats on who's clicking through things. It gets it all for you. So if you do a price improvement, send out an e-card. If you're hosting a realtor open, let me get my words here. There is the unsubscribe button. So you should be able to download your agent roster off of your multiple listing service, upload it onto there. That will keep you compliant with all the rules, most likely, in your MLS, wherever you are. It looks so sharp. And then the metrics on the backside to see who's all clicking on it and be able to share that with your sellers or whoever you want to pass it on to. It's very helpful and it's free. So
We like free. We like that. Very cool. Thank you for that, Amber. Does anybody else have anything to add to our audience's business that they can implement this week?
I would add something quick, Vic. When it comes to social media, I think sometimes we overthink it with posting and what do I post? You know, I want to do a video walkthrough at this new listing that someone in my brokerage has, but you're like, I don't know, I don't have anyone to video it for me. Reach out to other, you know, agent friends of yours, newer agents. I think it's something, you know, if they help you, you help them. And it's just a way to obviously expand your agent community by shouting out whoever that listing agent is if it's not your listing, but then also helping out a fellow agent. So don't let that stand in your way of posting different content. You know, we have so many resources around us. And obviously, if you know, working with a friend, you're hopefully not having to pay anything for that if you're helping them out as well. So it's just a free way to get around that roadblock.
I like that, Grace. Ryan, Nicole, any parting words for our audience? Any tips you can share?
I think it really just comes down to what Grace said before. If you're not going to stick with it, then don't bother. So pick one thing from this live and be consistent with it moving forward.
Good advice.
And I would just say done is better than perfect. I mean, you know, I think a lot of times we try to compare ourselves to these like influencers who have like professional makeup and videographers and everything else. And so, I mean, just do it. Just make the post and, you know, put it out there. So
Yeah, don't get ready to get ready, right, Ryan? Just put it out there.
there you go. Stay ready.
I like
That's
that.
what I do.
I like that. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, my guy, right?
There you go.
Very cool. I appreciate all of your guys' insight. I'm certain that our audience appreciates this too. Sandy, where can they find this recording of the video once it's ready to be uploaded?
It'll be located in Resource Center in the Learn Center. Under the Learn Center tile, look for the Rethink information, and you'll be able to find that there later this, well, 48 hours. So probably early next week.
Gotcha. So next week, guys, if you want to relive this or share this with your offices, please look into Resource Center. And then, Sandy, do we have the date for our next Rethink live event where our audience can mark their calendars and join us next time?
I sure do. Not at the tip of my tongue, though. Hey, Michaela, can I throw you under the bus?
Well, regardless, for those of you watching this video right now, thank you so much for your time. I want to thank all the panelists today: Grace, Ryan, Amber, Joe, Letty, Nicole, Sana, and Maxwell. Thank you for all of your insight. And it looks like June 12th will be our next Rethink live event. Please keep your calendars open. I do believe it's going to be the same time, right? About 11 o'clock on the 12th. So please mark your calendars. We will have some new topics, some new panelists from our National Rethink Council. And that said, Sandy, I think we're all wrapped up for today.
What a wonderful hour. I couldn't write fast enough. So I'm so appreciative of all of you for sharing. I know that you didn't probably get a lot of chance to read the chat, but there's some great things going on in the chat. Thanks for the shout out for our franchise tools. We love to provide things that can help you make your jobs easier. So a Real Greater, Chalk Digital, and even Marketing Resource. If you're not utilizing those tools, please reach out to your office manager or your office owner and ask for some more information, or reach out to these fine folks who are always happy to collaborate. And with that, we're going to give you back about 2.5 minutes of your day, and we look forward to seeing you again on June 12th. Thanks for joining.